the question reads that a survey of 150 traders. So it means that the universal set is what? 150. So it means the total traders are 150. Okay. The total number of traders involved in the survey was 150. So the number of total traders is equal to 150. In the same way, I'll use capital C to represent cassava. I'll use capital M to represent maize, and I'll use capital Y to represent what? Yam. Okay. So from the question, we are told that 90 of them sell cassava. Okay, so number of traders who sell cassava are 90. Remember, there was nothing like only. It said cassava. So cassava means the person can sell cassava and any other foodstuff. But if it was cassava only, then it means the person sells only cassava, and apart from that, nothing else. Okay. 70 sell maize. So I said I'll use capital M to represent maize. 70. Okay. And 80 sell yam. Okay. Also 26 sell cassava and maize. So the number of those who sell cassava and maize. So it means cassava intersection maize. That's the meaning. So end in set, we use what? Intersection to represent. And or we will use what? Union. Okay. So those who sell cassava and maize are how many? 26. Now let's look at those who sell cassava and yam. So cassava and yam is equal to 30. And 40 sell what? Yam and maize. So those who sell yam and maize are what? 40 in number. So these are the informations we need before we can what? Represent our information on the Venn diagram. So we are to represent the information on a Venn diagram. So how many foodstuff are we dealing with? 3. Okay, so we have 3 circles, with each circle representing what? 1 foodstuff. So what's the total number, which is the universal set? 150. Okay, so this is set C. How many are they? 90. This is set M. How many sell maize? 70. Then this is set Y. How many sell yam? 8. Okay, so that's it. Now, from the question, the last part of the question says each of the traders sell at least one of these crops. So what it means is that there is what? An intersection which is not what? Known. So I will represent the intersection with the variable x. Okay. So now let's look at it. We have those who sell cassava and maize. Where is cassava and maize? So cassava intersection maize is this what portion, right? The shaded portion. So how many of them fall within the shaded portion? They are what? 26. But don't forget, other part also eats into this side. Can you see it? The intersection. So this part also eats into the x. So the 26 means it comprises of what? The x. So to get the actual value here, it will be what? It will be the 26 minus x. And I hope it's visible. Okay. So we have 26 minus x, because I said this 26 what include the x. Let's go to C intersection y. So C intersection y is also this portion, right? So how many are they? They are 30, but don't forget the 30 include the x here. So to get the remaining value here is what? 30 minus x. In the same way, y intersection m is this portion, okay, and it includes this x. So to get the actual value is 40. The actual value of the remaining is 40 minus what? X. Now this portion represents cassava only, but because in the question we were not what giving the value of traders who sell cassava only, then it means we must use a variable to represent. So I'm using small c. In the same vein, this portion also represents maize only. We were not given. So what I'll do is I'll also represent this portion with what? With small m. Then here with small y, with the same explanation. Okay, so this is for the I. So we have been able to represent our information on a Venn diagram, which was question I. Now let's look at II. The II said we should find the number of traders who sell all the 3 food crops. So the number of traders who sell all the 3 food crops will be what? The intersection of all the 3 food crops, which is what? X. So in actual sense, we have to find the value of x. That's the meaning. Okay. So once we understand it that way, then we can now what? Look at it. So how do we find this? It means we have to sum everything in the 3 sets and equate it to the universal set. Then we group like terms to do what? To find the value of x. So to find the value of x, I said we are what? Going to sum everything in the 3 sets. So we have c plus 26 minus x plus m plus 40 minus x plus 30 minus x plus y is equal to the universal set. Okay. So from here we can see we are having the values. We can see we are having variables c, m, and what? Y. So it will be very difficult to find the value of x using these variables. So what we have to do is to look for the various values of c, m, and what? Y. Then we are good to go. Okay. So now let's look at c. So from the set C. So from the set C means I'm looking at what? The cassava set, which has a total of what? 90. So it means when we add the members in the cassava set, which is C plus 26 minus x plus 30 minus x, we should get what? 90. Yes, why? Because the total is 90. So it means when we sum everything in the set C, so C is in it, right? 26 minus x is in it, right? X is in it. 30 minus x is also in it. So when we sum everything, we must arrive at what? The value 90. So now we have c plus, so I'm grouping like them, c plus 26 plus 30 minus x plus x minus x equal to 90. So c is, this will give us 56, right? This will cancel this, so we are left with minus x equal to what? Equal to 90. Good. So let's look at making c the subject. So c is equal to 90 minus 56 plus x. So therefore the final value of c is what? 34 plus x. 34 plus x. So that's giving us the value of c. Okay. In the same way, let's look at the value of m. So to get the value of m, we will look at the set m. So from the set m, the set m is also this circle, right? So it means we are to what? We are to sum everything in the circle and equate it to the total number, which is 17. So we have 26 minus x plus small m plus x plus 40 minus x is equal to 17. Likewise, I group like them. So 26 plus 40 minus x plus x minus x plus m is equal to 17. So 26 plus 40 will give me 66. This will cancel this. We are left with minus x plus m equal to 17. So because we want the value of m, let's make m the subject. So when we make m the subject, we have m is equal to 70 minus 66 plus x, which will give us m is equal to 4 plus x. So m is equal to what? 4 plus x. Okay. So now we are going to look at the value for y. How do we find that? It's the same thing. So let's look at the set for y, which is the one I just said. So everything in the set equated to the total 80. Okay. So from set y, then it means 30 minus x plus 40 minus x plus y is equal to 80. Let's group like them as usual. So 30 plus 40 minus x plus x minus x plus y equal to 80. This will cancel. We have 70 minus x plus y is equal to 80. So I want to make y the subject. So y will give me 80 minus 70 plus x. So therefore y is what? 10 plus x. So that's it. So now we have the values of c, m, and what? And y. So we can go back to our main equation and substitute the values. So now we know c. So now we know c, we know m, and we know y. So we are just going to what? Fix in the values. Okay, so what is C? C we had what? 34 plus x. So 34 plus x plus 4 plus 4 plus x plus 10 plus x. So I'm just writing the values of m, c, m, and what? Y first. Then I'll just continue with what we have already. So plus what? 26 minus x plus x plus 30 minus x plus 40 minus x equal to 150. Okay, and 150 is what? The universal set, or the total number of traders in the survey. So when we add 34 to 4, 10, 26, 30, and 40, we will arrive at 144 plus. Now this positive x will cancel this negative x. In the same vein, this positive x will cancel this positive x. Sorry, negative x. This positive x will cancel this negative x. So now we are left with only 1x. So plus x equal to 150. We are making x the subject. So x will give us 150 minus 144. So x is what? 6. So this x represents what? Number of traders who sell all the 3 food crops. So it means the number of traders who sell all the 3 food crops are 6. So are 6. So that's the solution to the II. We said we should find the number of traders who sell all the 3 food crops. Now let's look at the last one, which says how many of the traders sell 1 food crop only. So 1 food crop only is going to be what? We are going to look at those who sell cassava only. So I am shading the portion. So don't forget, this 90 means some sell cassava and they can also sell maize. Out of the 90, some sell cassava and some sell yam. But if you want to know those who sell cassava only, then is the shaded portion. In the same vein, if you want to look for those who sell maize only, then is this shaded portion. Then those who sell only yam is this shaded portion. So once we understand it this way, then what it means is to find the number of traders who sell 1 food crop only means that the trader can sell only cassava or only maize or only yam. So don't forget, I told you in set we use union or addition to represent the word or, and in the same way we use intersection or multiplication to represent the word what? End. Okay. So looking at those who sell only one food crop, which is III. So number of traders who sell only one food crop is what? The shaded portion, right? So it's small c plus m plus y, which I shaded earlier, so you should understand it. Now, what were the values of c, m, and y respectively? So we had c to be 34 plus x. Remember, we had m to be 4 plus x. We also had y to be what? To be 10 plus x. Okay. But don't also forget that in I, we found the value of what? X. In II to be what? 6. So in II, we found the value of x to be 6. So this implies we have 34 plus, instead of x, we substitute 6. So plus 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 10 plus 6, which will give us 66. So it means 66 traders sell only one food crop, or 66 traders sell one food crop only, and that's it. If you have any question, you can forward it to me. Just send it through the chat option.